So today's question is, a projectile is thrown from a point O on the ground at the angle of 45 degree from the vertical with a speed of 5 square root 2 millisecond per second rather. A projectile at the highest point of trajectory splits in two parts. One part falls vertically down to the ground 0.5 seconds after splitting. The other part, t seconds after splitting, falls to the ground at a distance x meters from the point O. We are going to take acceleration of gravity as 10 and we have to find out what will be t and what will be the x. First of all, let's draw it's given a projectile is thrown from a point O and with the angle of 45 degree with the vertical. So obviously it is clearly that with the horizontal also it is going to make an angle of 45 degree, and let this be point A, which is the highest point, and here it splits into two parts. So let us make another part. So this first part drops to the ground and the second part continues to move and hits the ground, let us suppose at B. So obviously if it was one complete, the block was only one, was we can say in was one. So in this case, if block was not splitting at point A, it would have continued in this fashion and landed somewhere here. So let us say the first portion is called D1 before splitting. After splitting, it is called as D2. And complete distance is x, which we are supposed to find out, and t means we have to find out what will be t, T-A-P. So we can say that x is equal to D1 plus D2. So let us divide this velocity into two components, u of y, u of x, where we use initial velocity and it is given as 5 square root of 2. So we get u of x is equal to u cos of 45. So this u is 5 root 2. Cos of 45 is 1 by root 2. So root 2 goes by root 2. We get 5 millisecond. That is u of x. And similarly, we can find out u of y, which will be equal to u sine of 45, and that will be also coming as 5 mil per second. So in the first half, from O to A, let's suppose we find out what will be the final velocity at point A, which is v is equal to u plus 80. Now at the highest point, we will know that the only velocity component rather will be present will be the horizontal component. The vertical component is 0. So if we find out the vertical component with respect to this, so v of y will be equal to 0. u of y is already given as 5, and a, it is given that it is to be taken as g, that is 10. So this is minus of 10 into t. So we get t is equal to 5 divided by 10, that is equal to 0.5 seconds. So this is the nothing but the time. Okay. For the second part, we are supposed to find out x, that is we are going to find out d1 as well d2. So first let us find out what is the value of d1. So in x direction, distance travel, let us suppose, is d1 and that will be equal to ux into time, and we already know what is ux. Ux is as 5, time is 0.5, so this will be coming as 2.5 meters we have given. Now we are going to find out what will be the d2. Okay, so at point A it is said that the mass, it is going to split into two equal parts. So if the body complete mass is capital M, then after division the mass will be m by 2 as well as m by 2. So this m by 2 is going to drop at point B, and this point, this m by 2 will be directly coming to, let us suppose this is point C. So this is not required, so we are going to only concentrate at this part. So as okay, another point is, we also know that the horizontal component of the velocity remains constant through entire flight from point O up till B. It should be ideally, but because of this splitting, what is going to happen now, the horizontal component, as mass is going to have, the horizontal component of the velocity, that is called as ux prime, will be double its original horizontal component. So original component was 5, so this will be coming as 10 millisecond. And it is also given that the half is going to drop in the time 0.5 second. So we also know that the time of flight for one half, that is m by 2, and the second half, that will be m by 2, will be same. So we get the t a b will be also 0.5 seconds. So we can find out d2, that is equal to 10 multiplied by 0.5, this will give you as 5 meters. So x will be equal to d1 plus d2, that is d1 is 2.5 plus 5, so this will be 7.5 meters. So we already got the value of t was 0.5 seconds, and total distance x is given as coming as 7.5 meters. Thank you.